Makeup Friday, everybody. So I was scrolling through Timehop and a picture showed up from about 6 years ago that I want to recreate. The whole recreating my IG picture video was so much fun to do, so I figured why not give it another go with recreating this look from Timehop. I'm going to post the picture right over here, right here, and let's get started. So I think I want to try something a little bit different with this video. I'm going to just talk to you guys about some things that have been on my mind lately as I'm working, and see how you guys like it. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. So I am first going to be grabbing Acid Berry by Sugar Pill. And I'm just gonna start in with a fluffy brush. So I'm pretty sure I haven't mentioned on here, I lied. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned on here before that I moved recently. I moved over 300 miles away from home. And the very last week of May. I'm adjusting to the new environment, but I have changed my routines since, and it's kind of throwing me off. I do like my routines that I've developed here, but at the same time I do miss the ways I've been doing some things. I've made some things, I've made it more difficult on myself because I've changed the way I do them, but that's all part of transition. So what can you do, right? Now I am grabbing Midori by Sugar Pill. So that's really what's been up with me. I've been so during this season I've been rushing my videos. I haven't been spending as much time on them, and I do want to sincerely apologize for that. I'm not happy with it, so I know my audience won't be happy with it. And saying that transitions me to my next statement. For those who don't know, in conjunction with these weekly videos, I also have a handmade Bath and Body's product line that I do. That's So Polished by 2prettie Studios. I'm gonna go ahead and put a link in the description. I'm very bad when it comes to social media, but I've been trying, and it just, what's the best way to put it? It really kind of like discourages me from continuing trying on social media when I get zero communication. I have a Facebook and an Instagram for that business. I am going to use Poison Ivy from the Makeup Revolution Mint Chocolate palette, but it kind of discourages you when you put in a lot of, I'm not gonna say I put in a lot of effort, because I really honestly don't. There's something about being on social media that kind of like irritates me a little bit, so to speak, but I put in work on there and I get zero communication back. It's very, very discouraging. It doesn't make me want to even try to get better with social media, because part of me is always saying, what's the point, you know? But at the same time, I know it's a crucial part of business in this society, especially with me having moved and me not really having the same type of connections and things that I had back home, where I could find events a lot easier, and so to speak. So it's definitely been a transition. That's the best way to put it. It's definitely been a transition. I'm switching brushes now, now that I've layered on a good amount of green underneath my eyes. And I'm gonna go in with After Party by Sugar Pill, which is this blue here. And I'm gonna start blending that in to this darker green. But it's slightly discouraging. That's the best way I can put it. I don't have many followers on both my Facebook and my Instagram, and my YouTube for that matter. I don't get many followers. I don't get many comments. I don't get much interaction. I kind of feel sometimes as if I'm just talking to myself, and a big part of me feels like I can just talk to myself at home. I don't need to post somewhere to talk to myself. And I think that's part of my issue when it comes to social media. I feel maybe I'm just not social enough for it. Maybe I just don't have anything unique to offer, and that's why there's kind of no like feedback. But I keep trying, you know. I haven't quite given up yet. Clearly, I post these videos every Friday, but you know, it's definitely something that I myself need to work on for myself, because most of the things I do are actually intended for me to be the sole beneficiary, if so to speak. But posting a video online, clearly I'm not the beneficiary of that. Let's be honest, I'm not watching me. Other people are supposed to be watching me anyway. So now I'm gonna go in with this Coastal Scents Hot Pot in M17. I'll post the actual name in the description below. And but like, it's just something I've really been like kind of struggling with, so to speak. I don't want to call it like a real, it's just kind of like an adjustment, you know? It's just kind of like an adjustment. Now I'm gonna go in with concealer, and I'm just gonna clean up the line a bit. I did do a pretty decent job of avoiding going past a certain area, but I do want to go ahead and make sure it's perfect for me to apply everything else. But yeah, that's just kind of one of those, I'm kind of really sick of like talking to myself. It's very, very discouraging. And that is part of the reason these last few videos have been kind of like lackluster, so to speak. So sorry, I'm not sure how much of the video we missed, but or if I should just learn social media. But I don't want to treat social media, I don't want to treat it like a business. I don't know. I'm just okay. These lines are not perfect. They're not even even. I think that's as good as we're gonna get today. So, yeah, that's good. Anyway, let's continue on. Let me look back at my reference. If my okay, so. And it went away. Okay, so I'm just looking back at the reference, and it looks as if I packed on some color to the end. I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite eyeshadows. I'm gonna go in with this Poison Plum by Sugar Pill right on the end, and I'm just gonna line that right up with edge of this. And I'm just starting my blend on the end, on the edge. Not quite sure what I was doing with this look. I want to say I went to Warped Tour with this, and I want to say that's where I wore this look, but the photo I have is only of my eye, so who knows? Like I said, who knows? I want to say this was Warped Tour though, and I did makeup that. This was really quick, and I was really into outrageous colors at the time. So I literally would try to pack on as much color as possible. I don't know what's going on with this eye right now, but let's focus over here. But at the time, that's what I would do. Now I'm gonna go in with Dolly Pop, if I can find it. I'm gonna go in with Dolly Pop by Sugar Pill, and I'm just gonna add that in next. So, and now I'm just blending the edge of Poison Plum into Dolly Pop. This eye, I honestly could not tell you what's going on over here. There's some ludicrous mess happening in this eye, but we're rolling with it. Now, going back to this eye, which we might only photograph the one eye. I don't think I'm using this eye. So now I'm gonna go in with, I believe I use Flame Point by Sugar Pill. Flame Point by Sugar Pill, so I'm just gonna go right in with that. And just going in and packing that onto the center of my lid. And I lost a bit of the color from Dolly Pop. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw a little bit more back in, just because I don't want to lose the integrity of my previous color just because I added on a different color. So I'm gonna grab another brush in about 2 seconds because this one is getting a little bit big for the center of my lid. Okay. Next, on the original picture, I'm pretty sure, because I used to live in this palette. That's why it looks like this. But I'm pretty sure I used Butter Cupcake, which is the world's best yellow eyeshadow. Well, the one that I have. The whole reason I wanted this palette was for Poison Plum and Butter Cupcake, and I literally use them all the time. So now I'm just gonna put the Butter Cupcake on after. So that is that. I have, and then the next color that I used, which was the reason I really wanted this palette, was for this color right here, Taco by Sugar Pill, and I absolutely freaking love it. So it's another one of my frequently used colors, and I'm just gonna pack that onto the inner section of my eye that is left. So as I'm putting this on though, I am unfortunately blending over Butter Cupcake. And that's right. Blending over Butter Cupcake, but I'm gonna go back and put on a little bit more Butter Cupcake. Okay, sure, we're still recording. So, and then I just kind of blend those tones together. I don't want any harsh lines there. So I have just like a gradient. I'm gonna go ahead and repeat that on the other eye, and then I'll be back. So far, I believe I have done the original look justice. I'm looking at it again on my phone here in front of me. I feel like I've done the original look a little bit of justice. I am gonna go in and clean up some lines that I messed up when I was putting on my base makeup, but that's, I clean those up on the top. Just clean those up. Okay, let's clean those up. And then right here above the white, I didn't put anything on that section of my eye, and I'm not sure why I skipped it, but I'm going to go in with After Party. And I'm just going to line the top there really quickly. Line the top, and then I'm gonna take one of my brushes with a little bit more After Party on it, and I'm just gonna blend into that empty space. Just to kind of like diffuse out this edge a little bit. On one eye, this front section looks a little bit better than it does on this other eye. So I'm just gonna take a face powder and I'm just going to dust that down a little bit, so to speak. So that's to kind of rein in that front section of my eye. So, and I'm so sorry I'm out of focus again. For some reason my camera doesn't want to stay in focus. I don't know why. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So here we are so far. I'm actually really liking this recreation. It's a challenge to see the differences that you can achieve yourself. It's crazy to me because I thought that looked good then, but now I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh God, I went outside like that. And I guess in a few years I'm gonna look at this and say the same thing, but it's all about progress. It is. Next, I'm gonna go in with Poison Plum, and I'm going to begin to smoke it out underneath my eyes. This. Okay, and then next I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to use 2 a.m. underneath this, and this is another Sugar Pill eyeshadow, 2 a.m. and it's a bit of a lighter purple, and I'm just going to add that to the edge as a way to blend out the Poison Plum a little bit. Just a bit. And then next, I'm gonna go in with, you know what? I haven't done it in a while. I haven't. For my final color on the inner tear duct, I'm going to use one of my favorite loose eyeshadows, which is also by Sugar Pill. If I can, okay, it's Lumi by Sugar Pill. It's a loose eyeshadow with a bluish green shift to it. It's a white eyeshadow and it has a bluish green shift to it, and I'm just gonna use that here on the inner portion of my eye. Okay. And I'm also using that as my inner tear duct color. I'm gonna go ahead and line my eye. I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna grab my Kat Von D tattoo eyeliner and line my upper lid. So I'm gonna use the Kat Von D tattoo to line my upper lid. I do want to keep this relatively thin. And I'm just doing a very slight wing that follows the shape of the eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and repeat that on the other eye, and I'll be right back. So off camera, I went ahead and put on some mascara and lined my waterline with, I used Honeydew by ColourPop. And now I think, I'm debating on whether I want to add glitter, because I think this will look very pretty with some glitter. Not that it's, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face, and then I'll decide if I'm gonna do some glitter. I like this, but I do want some glitter. Let's decide on glitter. I'm thinking we're gonna go with this. I really like that color. So yeah, that's the one. That's what we're going with. So I'm gonna go in with, this is LA Splash glitter. This one is called Tropical Lime. Not sure why that, ooh, just spilled a whole bunch of it. Not sure why that is called tropical lime, but it is. So I'm gonna go ahead with Tropical Lime, and I'm going to grab a angled brush. No, I lied to you. I'm not grabbing an angled brush. I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna do my glitter liner the same way I always do my glitter liner. See it? Oh no, let's see if I'm looking for it. Ooh. Okay. Something. I think it's in here. Oh yeah, okay. Let's get this up there. I'm gonna do my glitter liner the same way I always do my glitter liner. I'm using the hard candy. I'm using a hard candy glitter liner to do my glitter. And I'm just going to go ahead and line. I'm gonna need a mirror for this. I'm gonna go ahead and line the demarcation between the top of my eye and the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and line that. Then I'm going to pick up some of my glitter and place it down. And I'm just adding just the slightest bit of glitter to this. Just like that. And I'm just gonna repeat that in the other eye. This side's probably gonna be mixed up. Okay. Okay. Just creating a bit of a point. So sorry that's out of frame. So just gonna spray to set. And this is our finished look. I'm really enjoying recreating these old looks. It's really helping me rediscover previous creativity. Really hoping you guys are enjoying this too. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And come back next Friday for another Makeup Friday. Bye-bye.